This is Doc Johnson, my sailing locked Iron Man. The mainland is banned for this account. I can only walk on docks and islands. From humble beginnings, I'll have to level up my sailing to unlock brand new, never before seen islands, relying strictly on their resources to complete my ultimate goal, collecting the 10 rarest items across the sea without ever touching the mainland. After unlocking our 20th island on the account, we find ourselves in the middle of our first nightmare grind. If I want to finish my list of 10 treasures, I'll need to upgrade my boat to the Adamant tier. After I build an adamant keel and adamant helm on my boat, I'll officially unlock these two big parts of the ocean, which I need access to collect the items I want. The adamant keel is the main priority. It requires these 3 skills, which I'm estimating is at least a 250-hour grind. And that grind just got way more important because Jagex recently made a huge change to sailing combat. And with it, they added a brand new high-level Kraken to the seas that we will talk about. This Kraken might just change everything for us, but it's in one of those restricted adamant tier areas that I've been talking about. So I'm gonna have to spend the next month of my life getting these upgrades, and it's not the only thing I'm focusing on either. Now that my short-term goal of 55 smithing is done, I want to expand my focuses a bit. We made all of these mithril keel parts, which is great to have, don't get me wrong, but we can't get too excited because I can't even upgrade my boat to the mithril keel without 50 construction. Not to mention we need 62 construction for the adamant keel anyway, so construction is a pretty big problem. I want to focus on it a lot this week. We've got a lot of things going on right now. I also want to make these steel arrow tips that I got from 55 smithing into steel arrows, which imagine how many steel arrow tips I'm going to have after 74 smithing. I need a lot of arrow shafts, so I have a lot of woodcutting in my future. Speaking of woodcutting, it's time to cash in on the rewards of 55 smithing. The steel axe era is no more. It's the mithril axe era from here on out. The mithril axe is 25% better than the steel axe I've been using. It makes more and more sense to go harder on woodcutting the better my axe gets, and this is a pretty big buff. We have to face the truth. Construction is preventing me from making multiple important ship upgrades, so the plan for now is to get rid of all my oak planks. Boom, already a level, 39 construction. This is pretty fast XP, but I don't have a lot of oak planks. I have like 80 in the bank. I ran out of nails. This guy sells a bunch though. But yeah, this is probably my best construction training method for a while. I am more than happy to use these oak planks since all of my ships kind of need teak or mahogany upgrades from here on out, so I don't need oak planks for anything really. Also, this shipwright in Deepfin Point being so close to the bank is single-handedly boosting my joy and whimsy. The one at Pandemonium is so far. I have to run like 60 tiles to get to him. I wasn't going to tell you guys, but I have a secret involving planks that I hope to reveal later. You'll know when it's time for the reveal because I'm going to say the words plankin time, one of my famous catchphrases. 40 construction. The fast XP was nice while it lasted, but we've got basically no oak planks left. Let me tell you about the world's greatest mattress. Wait, is this? That's right, this video is sponsored by Helix. Helix makes some of the greatest, most customizable mattresses in the world, and there's never been a better time to take your sleep more seriously than National Sleep Awareness Month. It's so important to prioritize your sleep. 1 in 3 adults don't get the encouraged 8 hours of sleep per night that's essential for cardiovascular health, immune function, and brain detoxification. And sleep deprivation results in slower reaction times, more errors, poor decision making. Sleep is everything, so if you're gonna cut corners, do not cut corners on your mattress. If you're picky about your mattress like I am, you can take Helix's sleep quiz to find a match customized to your needs. For me, that was the Helix Midnight, and this is the second time Helix has been on the channel, so I've now had my mattress for 2 months. It's so much more breathable than my last mattress. I never wake up sweaty, I wake up pain-free, and my sleep scores are up 15 points in just the last 2 months. And what I really love about Helix is they give you a 120-night sleep trial. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Like, you're good, you're covered. They really want to make sure you love your mattress, and they make the process super easy. Helix also has mattress toppers that you can add to your mattress to optimize your good night's rest even more. If you want to support the channel and get those sleep scores up, go to helixsleep.com/settled or click the link in the description for 20% off site-wide, and be on the lookout for some additional deals on the Helix site. Thanks again to Helix for sponsoring. When you think about it, the situation right now is quite simple. I really want to get back to smithing, but I only have 100k cash left, and on top of that, my goalpost for how much money I need keeps moving up. Like, I just thought about all the feathers I'm gonna need to buy to make steel arrows in the future with all my steel arrowheads. That's another 600, 700k on top of the 2.7 mil I already need. I know, you guys are worried that we can't possibly make that much money while restricted to only docks and islands, but I have a master plan, and you are watching it play out in real time. Step 1, we need to collect some planks. Here's the thing, guys, I don't want 62 construction. Not now anyway, later, but right now I just need 41. That's it. A full inventory of planks takes anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes, and just 4 trips later, I had the exact amount I needed. Alright, the final one for now, 41 construction. Short-term goal complete, we just unlocked the mahogany cargo hold! Yeah, I know, it might not sound like a huge deal, but you're gonna change your mind real fast. You just wait, okay? I have an astounding 15 mahogany planks in the bank here. These are a very rare commodity. I got them so long ago from a rare gangster sighting that I haven't been able to recreate since, and believe me, I have tried. I haven't even shown it, but I have literally AFK'd in this spot for hours before, hoping for gangsters to spawn, but no luck. These 15 mahogany planks are worth their weight in $1 billion to a guy like me, so I need to spend them wisely, and I think that's exactly what I'm about to do here. 8 planks is a big price to pay, but look at this, 120! 120 items can go in this cargo hold. I collected my 1000 pirate salvage with an oak cargo that had 60 slots. Imagine how much faster that would be with 120. How much more money per hour that is, how much time I would save. So we're gonna build it, it's done, there's no going back. In a world where I need millions of GP in the long run, this is one of the most valuable upgrades I can make with my planks. I now have 7 mahogany planks left that I really need to spend wisely. Naturally, I sailed over to the pirate shipwrecks to take the new cargo hold out for a spin. You could argue that the bank isn't that far away, so it's not a huge upgrade, but anytime I spend sailing back to the bank, I could be salvaging. I might be a little biased, but I think this is my favorite ship upgrade I've done so far. 120 slots is just so insane. Look at all that salvage in there. 68 sailing. Did we unlock anything? No islands. I guess we can build a camphor mast and sails now, but that's a while away. We'll be unlocking islands again one day, I promise. Who could have guessed? 69 sailing. This does actually unlock an island, but once again, I can't get to that island until we get an adamant helm on the boat. Planking time. We have a lot to talk about. If I had to pick the most sought-after resource on the account right now, it would have to be Doctor. No, I'm kidding. It's mahogany planks. It has to be. I'll need them for nearly everything soon, and they only have one source for an account like mine, and that's gangsters. As you might already know, I only have access to one of the 34 potential gangster spawn locations, and that's just outside the food hall on the Port Piscarilius docks. Out of the 24 hours in a day, gangsters can only ever be in this location for about 10 minutes of it. And how can I possibly know when that 10-minute window is? That's my only chance to get mahogany planks. Well, that's exactly what I've been looking into. As it turns out, gangster spawns are not completely random. They follow a specific rotation that resets every single week. So it's still kind of random, but the rotation is what's important here. And it can be figured out. At first, I tried to make my own spreadsheet, figure out the rotations myself, get some information, but for some reason, I never saw gangsters spawn outside the food hall, my one viable location. As you'll soon find out, I was missing critical information. So I reached out to a fellow masochistic Iron Man who also had to farm gangsters for planks. He showed me the original gangster rotation spreadsheet created by a guy called MapSquare Bob. And he also told me the exact information I was missing. It's not guaranteed to get the spawn you want in the rotation. If the game decides not to pick the food hall as one of the locations in the rotation that week, there's nothing I can do. I have no access to gangsters and therefore no access to mahogany planks. And what are the odds of it not getting included? Roughly 50%, which is really not good. Which kind of makes gangsters the rarest NPC ever for me. Having only one location is brutal, but I finally have what I need to work around it. Mahogany planks are officially kind of a renewable resource, and I started tracking gangster spawns last week. And the food hall wasn't in the rotation. I never had a chance. But this week, it is in the rotation. And I was about to go visit for the first time in a long time. I'm bringing in the big guns, guys. I gathered all these different types of fish and just hurried over here, just whatever I could grab out of the bank. Spreadsheet is telling us to expect a spawn. I'm actually a little late, so we don't have much time. We gotta get to farming these guys. It has been so long since I've seen a gangster here. I didn't even have time to grab my range gear. I was in such a hurry. And times have changed here. I used to want all kinds of planks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still nice to see oak and teak planks, but we want mahogany, top priority. They're 1 in 13, so we can probably expect them every other gangster trip. Very, very slow process. Any drop of them will be treasured. Cosmic Runes has our first kill. Yes! Yes, we got them. Nice. Already a drop. I'm gonna grab them, but I want to make sure I maximize my kills per hour while they're still here. Yes, that's so nice. We already got a drop. I'm gonna set my short-term goal on 50 mahogany planks. I need them for so many things, so that's probably not even enough, but mithril cannons, salvaging hooks, the mahogany hull, all that stuff needs so many, so that's gonna be the short-term goal, and it's gonna take a while. Oh, we got so lucky. Oh, we got so lucky. Yes, dude, that's so amazing. 10 mahogany planks and like 4 or 5 kills. This was stupidly lucky. I think from here on out, we could probably expect, like, averaged out 3 mahogany planks a day if I'm really diligent, if I'm not missing the gangster windows. It's gonna be a long climb. Quick update on the pirate salvage. We're up to 2449. I've been going pretty hard on this, and it will get us to 70 sailing if we go clean it. So I think I'm gonna go do that because we do need the cash, not imminently or anything, but it'll be nice to just have all the loot in the bank so we can sell it whenever we want. It has been a minute since we've gotten a new outfit piece, although this one does give us a lamp anyway. This is the one outfit that doesn't really matter to collect, but it still gives me an excuse to pull up the random event outfit list and make the nice little noise for unlocking something. That's always nice. Well, 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 if it isn't another dragon cannonball. We've got 2 now. Whoa, there is a 7 in front of that number. 70 sailing, big milestone. We're making very big strides. This is a level that unlocks something for us. We can't dock in Prifddinas or do any of that, but we can now have a 3rd crewmate on our boat. Unfortunately, the next crewmate I unlock is all the way at 85 sailing. It's a good one too, it's a good crewmate, but it's still quite far away. All the other crewmates that I would be able to unlock normally are on the mainland, no chance of touching them. So, yeah, 85. That's when we get a new crewmate. Oh, I was wondering when I was gonna get this thing. The rare relic from Pirate Salvage. I've gotten the rare relic from every type of salvage I've tried so far. That pretty much wraps it up. Another 2,500 salvage cleaned, all in a day's work. We're up to 164 caskets. That's gonna be fun to open. Look at all these rings and bracelets we have to sell. And we're up to 84 mahogany repair kits, which is solid, but I want to have like hundreds of these stocked up, so we're gonna need them. I promise you that. After I sell all the loot we just got, I'll probably have around 900k cash, which is a third of what I need to finish smithing. So let's go on a tiny side quest for a bit and finish making these 30,000 steel arrows. Gonna get some good fletching XP, gonna have some ammo laying around for gangsters and for training. First fletching level of many, 53. First time seeing the number 54 in my life. Another fletching level, 55. That's a big one. We can now make maple longbows from our maple logs. I did start AFKing some maple trees. We're just under 400 logs in the bank here. Okay, no more standing in one spot being lazy. I'm gonna run around, do some errands, and fletch arrows on the move the whole time. Another hemp harvest coming in. We're pretty close to having all the hemp we need. And this was a super weak harvest, 6. What the? You guys know the drill with these garden pies at this point. Let me guess. I burned them both? Wow, both cooked to perfection. It's a miracle. 56 fletching. The steel arrows are such good XP. You guys ever seen the word farming next to the number 35 before? 58 fletching. We can officially, technically speaking, make our first blowpipe here. Here's the thing. To make a blowpipe, you need a squid beak, which is like a 1 in 1,000 drop from lantern harpooning. When we do get a squid beak, we do not want to waste it on a subpar blowpipe, you know? We just can't stop getting levels out here. 57 woodcutting. Here's a little update on where we are on the road to the rosewood blowpipe. A lot of progress recently. It is that time. 26 hemp locked and loaded. It's time for another field trip to our beautiful spinning wheel. Dude, I am on a roll right now. It's 40 crafting. I just can't stop getting levels. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, that should be all the hemp we need for both ships to have a mahogany sail. Now I'm just gonna quickly finish up these arrows because I have a beautiful idea, a potentially game-changing idea to vastly speed up that 62 construction grind and just construction in general, which is key. The first part of this idea is exactly the same as usual. The best construction training possible is always gonna come back to this plank spawn on Entrana. Nothing really comes close to the speed of gathering these. Now, the reason I shifted my focus to construction recently is that we're in a bit of an awkward spot where I now have a way to get mahogany planks, but my construction level is too low to build pretty much any mahogany upgrades, including the mahogany sails that I finally got enough hemp for. I need 45 construction to put those on my boats, and I have been waiting a long time to do that. So we're gonna spend about an hour collecting planks and try something very promising. I'm gonna show you like immediately. Alright, 300 planks to use here. We need a couple thousand bronze nails and our rapidly depleting cash stack. This will be a pretty expensive construction method, and this is why. 1,600 coins to charter over to Port Piscarilius. Which means if this method is as good as I think it is, we will need even more money than the 3.3 million I was already planning for. The method is repairing fishing cranes on these docks, and hopefully, if we can fix this one, you'll see. There's the XP drop. Look at that. That is so good. You get construction and crafting XP for fixing a crane. This is why the XP is so good here. It scales with your construction level. 4 times your level is how much XP you get. So I'm getting 164 XP per crane that I fix, and it only takes 3 planks to fix one. If we compare this to building cargo holds, which takes 8 planks for 232 XP, you can see that the XP per plank used at cranes is already nearly double what you get building cargo holds. And the XP is only going to get better as my construction level goes up. Plus, I'm getting crafting XP during all this. Like, this is an astoundingly good training method, and I need less planks to get more XP. And fixing cranes wasn't really viable before because it just really became possible once I unlocked Deep Fin Point. Let me show you. Okay, so I just used up the last of my planks. We used the amulet teleport to Deep Fin. We're basically instantly back at the bank. That is so good. We can grab more planks, and then we can just immediately charter back to Port Piscarilius because the charter members are so close to the bank. Without Deep Fin Point, this method would be so much worse. I unfortunately can't use the bank next to the Piscarilius docks. I would have to cross mainland to get there, which means my only way of getting back to a bank is with the Deep Fin Point teleport, which is what makes the method so viable. In my opinion, the charter fees and the amulet charges are massively worth using. Construction is just really slow as it stands. This makes it pretty solid, and the crafting XP is just pure bonus. Speaking of bonuses, 41 crafting, first one. 42! 43, I am actually really enjoying this. Another level, 44. One more to go for now. And we got there. 45 construction, my short-term goal for now, and we made a solid dent toward the 62 goal. My character's running a marathon, and we unlocked Mahogany Mast and Canvas Sail upgrade. Beautiful. But yeah, that is it for fixing cranes for now. I'm gonna need to collect, like, I don't know, 4,000 planks to get all the way to 62, and I don't have the money to do that right now, or the amulet charges, so we're gonna get there slowly. In the meantime, let's go put this new construction level to good use. I've been seeing implings floating around here more and more. I'm still waiting on a young impling. I really want that lockpick. I'm hoping to see one. This has been such an insanely long time coming. We needed the logs, the mithril nails, the hemp, turn it into canvas. It's all come together. The camphor sails are like a next level sails upgrade. The acceleration and everything is crazy, but getting those camphor logs is going to be really tough. Yet another thing locked behind the adamant helm. All right, but you know what? I'm not trying to recreate that meme with the guy looking at the other girl. It's fine. Mahogany sails, insane upgrade from oak. I mean, you can't understate it. We just got a big buff to our speed boost, and now we're going to get 50 XP every time we trim our sails instead of 20, which will compound a lot. You trim your sails a ton while on the ocean. I was taking a look at Johnson's Most Wanted, and I was thinking about the angler's paint. You know, it's been a while since I've done some fishing on the account, and I think it's easy to forget that fishing is responsible for 2 serious goals on the account. I need 52 fishing for sword-tip squids to get a squid beak for the blow blowpipe, and 69 fishing for the angler's paint. So I'm gonna load up on some feathers, and we are gonna make some serious progress. And I'm not just talking about a couple levels, I want to go straight for 52 fishing. I really want to try the new lantern harpoon fishing, so I'm basically just going to be fishing all day. I'm starting at 33, but I'm going to be doing this a bit differently than I was last time. Originally, I was taking all my fish to the range and cooking them, but instead I'm going to use my knife on these and make them into fish offcuts. I honestly just think these are going to be way more important down the line than getting cooking up, just for the time being at least. Good time for a fishing montage. Level 40 fishing, that is lobsters unlocked. Level 45, brockfish unlocked. Ain't that the Pokemon gym leader? Ooh, I actually got a lamp from this event. The Prison Pete random event has roughly a 1 in 5 chance of giving you a lamp when you finish it, so we got a little lucky, and that gets me 18 Slayer. Very, very nice. And 50 fishing. We are closing in on the goal. Imagine we hit the back-to-back lamp. I got this random event again. Come on, Prison Pete. 1 in 5, 1 in 5, 1 in 5. Yo, let's go. No way. Back-to-back lamps, and thank you to this guy. Wow, that's so crazy. All right, well, you guys probably didn't know this, but a day fishing on Entrana is 75 years on Earth. So I'm pretty old, but I have 52 fishing. The goal is done, and we can now go get our lantern fishing done, our squids. Before we leave to do that, a lot of people probably didn't even know this existed, but there is a candle stall in the Entrana church, and this is the only candle stall in the game, I believe, and it's pretty much my only way to get a light source, which is really funny. I'm gonna steal a bunch of candles here, because we're gonna have to put them in a lantern to do the lantern fishing. Very convenient that we have this island. We would have a lot of trouble doing this fishing if not. Next, we have to blow a candle lantern out of the glass, pop the candle in here, light it up. 4 fire making. I forgot you need a fire making level for this. I guess I would usually just have a fire making level of 4 by now. All right, I guess let's begin our long journey to 4 fire making at the shipyard. And the toughest grind to date is over. 4 fire making. We can now light candle lanterns. It's so funny because I just forgot that was a thing. There we go. We have a lit candle lantern. It kind of bothers me that my fire making level is 4 though, so I'm gonna get it to 5 real quick and then we can move on. There we go. Now I can be happy. Last thing we need is a harpoon, which we have 4 of, thankfully. I think this is everything. I don't know if I need a tinderbox on me just in case the lantern goes out. I don't think it will. Okay, I believe this is the closest island with lantern harpoon spots, Windtumber. So that's where we're setting sail. There is a sand crab camping the lantern harpoon spot. I guess I'm gonna have to hop worlds. Guys, we're doing it. We're fishing for squids. They said we couldn't. I don't know who said we couldn't, but I'm sure one of you did. There it is, our first raw sword tip squid. So we're gonna have to cut these, and there's gonna be a 1 in 1,024 chance every time I cut one to get a squid beak. It is going to be a long process, very, very long, because it's super slow to fish these up. Hello, gentlemen, we have safely crossed the 150 squids fished up mark. Yeah, we have definitely been here well over an hour at this point. It is super, super slow. 53 fishing, about 235 squids in. Oh! Oh my god. No way! I got so lucky. I got so lucky. 283 or something. No way, we hit the 1 in 1,000 that early. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is a huge time save not having to go all the way to 1,000. There is much faster fishing XP elsewhere. Squid beak acquired. Oh, that is a huge, huge dent toward the rosewood blowpipe. I officially only need the 2 rosewood logs to make the rosewood blowpipe, and we have the best weapon on the account, period. That is so exciting. I'm still pretty far from the 92 woodcutting, 84 fletching, but either way, the fishing is done. We are leaving with a trophy. We can refocus elsewhere. There's still so much mining, smithing, and construction to do. It's time to get on it.